Hello everyone, this is just a dad. I'm going to do a review on this Mr. Coffee 12-pot programmable coffee maker. You can only get it from Walmart, so it's a Walmart exclusive deal, but it's a pretty nice, it comes in red. It's got the standard lift top here. It's got this compartment. This is where the water's going to go. It's got a nice sight glass where you can see where the water, and it's got this spout here that moves out of the way, and then it's got this filter basket. Okay, so it takes just, so the filter basket goes in one way. It's got the word back written on it, so you're going to make sure that's in the back. This takes the standard 8 to 12 cup filter that you buy at Walmart. And so most coffee makers say you need 1 tablespoon of coffee for every cup. So since this is a 12 cup coffee brewer, that equates to about almost a cup of coffee. So, like I said, you're going to want to move this out of the way, dump your coffee in, and then make sure you put this back. Okay, so we're going to do a 12 cup test. We're going to pour the water in the back. Jeez, I did a terrible job. Okay, so you're going to pour your water back here. Make sure you don't overfill it. It's got these ports or these openings on the back, so it won't let you overfill it. So you're going to want to make sure you close the lid. You're going to put your pot in there. Okay, so this thing has an on-off select. You're just going to select it one time. That's going to turn it on a brew now. If you hit it again, it's going to go to delayed brew. So just hit it once, and we're going to do regular strength. Okay, so I lifted the lid up just to show you the coffee brewing, and it's kind of your standard spout coming out. It's going to get all the coffee grounds soaked up with water. Eventually those will all get wet, but not at first. Okay, so one nice feature of these coffee pots is, if say it's got a bunch of coffee in it, you want to grab a cup of coffee real quick while it's still brewing, you can take it out. It's got a valve up there that stops the coffee from coming out, but it still drips just a little bit. Okay, we're at the 4-minute mark, and it's at the 4-cup mark. This is pretty standard for most of the coffee pots I've reviewed. Okay, so we're at the 8-minute mark, and we're on 8 cups. So one nice thing about this coffee maker is it beeps when it's done brewing the pot of coffee. So I'm going to try to catch that on film for everybody, but it does beep nice and loud, and that gives you a signal that the coffee's done. Okay, so towards the end of the brew cycle, see how it gets water. So, okay, and then there it's beeping. So it's not completely done brewing the pot of coffee. There's a lot of water that has to drain out. So it beeped at us. And we're right about the 11 cup mark. You're never going to get quite 12 cups out of it. But it's got a little bit left to drain there. But if you wanted to get a pot of coffee right now, you could, because it's got that valve that stops. It's going to drip on you still. But, so there's the coffee. Forgot to show you, is right around the 10-minute mark. Right around the 10-minute mark. There's still just a little bit coming out, but it did beep saying that it was ready to go. Okay, I want to check this pouring. Jeez, I don't like how it pours. That's the second time I've made a mess. So it can come out really, really fast. It's got kind of a big opening. Okay, we're going to do the temperature of the coffee. I had around 160... 162, 163. Okay, so you're going to want to let this cool off, but you're going to want to make sure you move that out of the way, and then you can grab this basket. It's got 2 little ears on the sides, and this is what you're going to take over and dump into the trash can. Okay, so when you're done with your pot of coffee, it will shut off after 2 hours, but if you want to shut it off, you got to hit this select button to turn the light off. Okay, so I'm going to show you the controls. The display normally is showing the time. It's not backlit or anything. It really should be backlit. But so if you want to change the clock, you're just going to go up and press the hour or the minutes, and that's going to change the clock. Now, if you want to program this to start, so let's say we want to program this to start at 5 in the morning. You're going to press the set delay, That's going to change the display. Now you're going to use this, change the hours whenever you want it. Let's do 5 a.m. And if you wanted it at the minutes, you would change the minutes here. Now that light is still blinking. Press it again, and it goes back to the clock. Now that doesn't mean your programmed delayed start is going to start. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So all this button does is allow you to set the time of when the delay start's going to be, the program start. So press it again. So in order to get the program to this light to light up, you got to hit the select button, which normally starts at the brew, but hit it again and it goes to delay start. Now it's going to start the brew at 5 a.m. whenever you've got it programmed. And now you can change if you want a strong or a regular. Okay, so I've got this programmed to start at 5 a.m. The clock is showing 4:59 a.m. My delay brew light is on and nothing's happening in the coffee pot. Now you want to make sure you've got your coffee in and your water in, okay? So this thing's going to start brewing at 5 a.m. and we're going to watch it. Okay, so now let's pretend it's 5 o'clock in the morning. The brew normal light came on. I heard a relay click and it's starting to brew coffee. Okay, so I read online there was some confusion on this delay brew, which I even had to read the manual. It is kind of confusing, that delay brew. This switch is mainly just to set the time. This is called a selector. So you're either going to select a brew now or a delay brew. But you got to hurry up because it'll go to brew now first. Then you got to hit it again to go to delay brew. Now I want to talk about this fresh brew. This thing was awfully confusing. So you press it. So normally you have to press it, and it comes up with it's basically a timer. So you press this, and it's going to let you know how long this pot of coffee, I've got water going through now, but it's going to let you know how long this pot of coffee has been sitting there. And so it's just a timer. But it never goes away until you press it again. So if you press it once, it's just going to be, so this, I guess it could go up to hours even. So it's just to let you know how fresh the pot of coffee is. That's all it's there for. And again, the brew strength is for strong or regular. Okay, so this is what you're going to put in the dishwasher. The lid comes off relatively easy. This is that valve I was telling you about. When you take the pot of coffee out, it comes down and stops the coffee from coming out. Okay, so now this time we're going to do a strong brew. We're going to turn it on and we're going to hit strong brew, and then I'm going to time it. Okay, so I just did a strong brew and it's right at the 10-minute mark again and the timer went off. I'm not sure what the strong brew does, but it's about the same brewing time. Okay everyone, this is Just a Dad and I want to thank you for watching my video. Would you please like and subscribe?